What is up, you guys? It's your favorite tarot reader, and I am back. Except for I'm not back with another read, honey. I'm back to talk my shit. Okay, honey. Period. Period. Alright, y'all. So this is going to be day 18 about how I am manifesting my twin flame. So this is going to be about my process with like dating now that I'm single, and like how did I feel? How do I feel now that I've been single for a while? And all of that kind of stuff like that. So I don't know how long this video is going to be because I didn't plan anything to talk about, for one. And for two, Kamaya is in her room and she might like try to bust in here. Like, the door is locked, but if she busts in here, I'm going to have to leave. Like, I'm going to have to just go out there. So I just kind of wanted to come on here and talk to y'all for like a second, you know. See what's going on, see what's going on, see what's going on. Okay, so y'all, the last time I think I talked to y'all, I wasn't dating anybody. And now I've been, I wouldn't say dating. I would say I'm getting to know somebody, and I have been for a while now. Not like a long time, but like a little while. So basically, if I have any like little weed on my lips and stuff, it's because I use a grinder. I grind up my weed. And bitch, sometimes that shit just get on my lip, and if I don't notice it, I just don't notice it. Please do not comment down below like, girl, because I'm pretty sure I already saw it when I uploaded the video, okay? But yeah, so okay, so to start it off, now my last video I talked about how it's okay to have like multiple false twin flames and all that kind of stuff, which I believe is true. I believe that sometimes we attract other divine masculines who aren't ours in order to trigger healing for our own inner divine masculine. Okay, if you have not checked out that video, definitely check the description box for the link. Okay, whatever. But y'all know I'm not an official YouTuber. Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't really got all my shit together when it comes to this shit, but I'm figuring it out. So Anyway, so y'all, I met this dude, and y'all already know, I'm not gonna say I was closed off to dating, but I pretty much got to the process where I was actually telling myself like maybe I should be single for a whole year. I had really got to that point because I'm like, I really don't know how to get to know a man. Like, I feel like I was rushing things because of what I knew that I wanted and what I was manifesting. And I kept telling myself that I needed to be single for a certain period of time, or I needed to give myself time. Now, on this journey, I realized that I learn something new every day. Like, 1 minute, and energy is fluid, so y'all already know, it can change like that. So 1 minute, I could be feeling like I need to be single, and then the next minute, I'll be feeling like, damn, like, I want to date. So 3 of my exes had came back. 2 of them wrote me on Facebook, and then 1 of them had texted me. And it was kind of just like, I energetically cut all of them off. 333, thank you, Ascended Masters. I energetically cut all of them off because it was kind of like, even if these men have changed, you know, because I've changed in the last couple months. So it's kind of like I can't be like, oh, they're the same person. Because when you see people as like the same that they were, it's kind of like you being stuck in where they left you or where you left them. And I didn't want to be there. So I'm like, even if these men did change, you know, I feel like when I look back on why I was with these men, I can't think of any reason now, you know, why I would be attracted to that or what that person could bring to me. Like, none of these men supported my businesses. None of them had ever purchased readings. None of them had really ever talked to me about like spirituality, except for my best friend, but he don't count. But yeah, so it was kind of just like, when I was looking at the inboxes of these niggas and the texts, I'm just like, okay, because nothing in me was like, I want to reply. Nothing in me was like, I want to reply. Nothing in me made me feel like I wanted to go back to these niggas or I wanted to talk to them again or anything. And that's how I knew that those men were not my divine masculine. God told me so because, listen. So, even in my readings that I do on YouTube, And my private ones, like, they're always talking about a nigga coming back. Like, a nigga coming back from your past, ready to treat you right, ready to do right. And, you know, I'm an alchemist, so I feel like I have the power and the energy and the gifts to change. You know, we all have free will, so I can change the course of my outcome, my divine outcome. You know, and when those men came back, I felt like if these were my divine counterparts, if these were my masculine, like if one of these men were supposed to be with me, I would have felt it in my soul. My soul would have recognized them again and would have missed them and would have wanted to have them back in my presence. But when I tell you I felt no bitterness, resentment, or nothing, I talked to all of them. I was like, hey, how y'all doing? Like, I'm blessed. You know, I'm just not interested anymore. I'm manifesting a husband, and the qualities that you possess are not ones that I want for myself. You know, like, none of them are bad niggas. None of them really, we broke up because of horrible ass reasons. Like, it was just that all of those foundations were not completely built. It was kind of like we were probably at level 1 of a 3-story apartment, or a whatever, you know, like, I don't know, 3 is my number, so I guess that's why that came out. But it was kind of like we were right here, and, you know, as far as what we knew about each other, but we jumped into the commitment of being in a relationship, so the second tier. And I was realizing that in order to attract something else, maybe I needed to change within myself, like what I was attracting. So I had been talking to this dude, I'll call him D. I had been talking to him for like a week. And I'm like, okay, like, you're really attractive. Like, let me just go see what you got going on. So I started to watch readings on his sign. And immediately, like, all the signs were telling me, like, as soon as you drop this person, hold on, Kamaya, don't open the door, baby. They're like, as soon as you drop this person, like, there's a blessing that you don't even realize is coming. There's a blessing that you don't even realize is coming. And I was thinking it was drop my exes for him. But I'm like, my intuition is saying that that's not true. Like, I hear what the readings are saying. But to me, I felt like, damn, like, I stopped watching readings for, like, a week, like, while I was talking to him. Because I'm like, these are not resonating with him. Like, I don't feel like he the nigga that they talking about that. And he was doing everything right. Like, we was talking every day, all day. Like, unless he was at work, we was talking all day. Like, the nigga was coming with the conversation. You know, like, I checked him out. He was super sweet. He was super kind to me. He was always giving me compliments. It was cool. But it was like, I didn't feel like his energy was matching up to this man that they were saying that I was finna meet. Like, that didn't happen. They were saying that this man was literally going to be divine and I was going to know it. They were saying that I'm going to see God within this man and I was going to be able to recognize him, okay? Period. And when I tell you that the way that I'm feeling now, I feel like God is letting me know that I'm ready for my husband. Like, before, I felt like I was ready, but I can honestly say where I am now, I was not ready 6 months ago. Manifesting a husband where I was 6 months ago, I was rushing into shit with niggas. I was knowing them for a week. 5'5", look at this. Right when he texts me, you know 5 equals God's promise, 541, and he texts me. 5'5", bitch, that's God's promise. I'm God's promise to him. Like, period. Now, listen, because if in a couple months or a couple weeks, if I come back on here and I'm talking about a new nigga, understand that I am documenting my life. I am documenting, you know, what I'm going through, my dating process, and how I am manifesting my husband. So, when I finally do get a husband, y'all will get to see all the trials and tribulations of my process, okay? So, I manifested him as my husband. That's why I got the little ring emoji for his name. But he's so cute. 909. Thank you, Sebastian. He's so cute. But let me say, well, I forgot what I was saying. I forgot. Oh, yeah, my soul would just recognize him, right? So it came to the point where it was time for me and this dude to chill. Because it had went by like a whole week or so and we were just talking on the phone and stuff. Like, we were not like chilling with each other. So it came to the point where he like, I want you to cook for me on Friday when I get off of work, blah, blah, blah. And I asked God, I'm like, before I went to sleep, on this Thursday night, he was supposed to come on Friday after work because he was going to have his son the weekend. So Thursday night, I had prayed to God and I'm like, God, please reveal to me if this nigga is not supposed to be in my house because I don't want nobody in my energy. Like, I don't want nobody that I don't really know like that in my energy. And I'm like, God, I really don't feel comfortable inviting him over here. Like, I really don't feel comfortable because I feel like I don't know him. But then it's kind of like, I'm an introvert. I do not want to go out to eat on no date because I will not look at you. I will be looking at everybody, feeling everybody energy, and I will not be able to focus on no date. That's one thing about me. Like, even when I kick it with my two soul sisters, we either at my house or my sister Shay house, or if we do go out, bitch, we leaving ASAP. Like, I just don't really kick it like that. So, you know, I did tell him that I was gonna cook for him or whatever, and I did go to the grocery store and I got all the stuff. I got the snacks and everything. And like I said, I had stayed up that Thursday night, and I'm like, something don't feel right. Like, I feel like I'm doing too much. Like, I feel like I'm rushing this shit. I feel like I want to wait like a couple months before I jump into, you know, having somebody in my space, like having somebody around me. And, you know, I don't know where y'all live, but I feel like online dating is very kind of like scary because, I mean, even though you're meeting these people on Facebook and they got all the same friends you got and they from your hometown and, you know, all this kind of shit, you never know truly who a person is. So I just felt like the kind of courtship that he wanted, you asking me to cook for you and you haven't done anything to be deserving or worthy of me to cook for you. I just felt like that was the confirmation. God had literally sent that thought to my head, like, what has he done to deserve this meal? Other than provide you with conversation, which you provide yourself with, like I am right now, because I'm talking to myself. 11:38, thank you, Cinemaster, is 11:11, period. So it's kind of like niggas are trying to provide me with things that I can provide myself with. Conversation, maybe sex, I don't know. We never talked about that, because he already know. He already knows. So we never talked about that, but other niggas in the past, like, you know, they want sex, attention, they want to give you motherfucking come say, I'm gonna come smoke with you. And it's just like, yeah, it's cool, but I can smoke by myself. Like, what else are you offering me? Like, what kind of support or knowledge or anything are you offering me that makes you feel like you deserve to be in my presence? Now, at first, I'm like, girl, you never know. Like, maybe you missing out on a blessing, blah, blah, blah. So I'm like, just go to sleep on it. Just go to sleep on it. The next day, he texts me. And it was kind of like, I didn't feel how I felt all the other days when he had texted me. Because he texted me like, good morning, beautiful. Can't wait to see you today. And when I saw it, I'm just like, I'm not seeing him today. I'm not seeing him today. I'm not seeing him today. Like, it was just kind of like, I felt it. Like, I felt it. God was like, girl, this was a test, sis, and you passed, period, because I felt it. So I had texted him like, nah, I'm good, but you have a good day, though. And then he never texted me back. Like, it was just like that. And then he texted me back that night, like, you know, like, what made you have a change of mind? I texted him like, nigga, you gonna text me at 11 o'clock at night to ask me that when you could have asked me that all day? And then he made up an excuse like, oh, that shit threw me off all day, so that's why. And I mean, shit, it threw me off too if I thought I was finna go be chilling with a bad bitch like her, and then I wasn't. And that was our first, like, I didn't even say good morning. He was like, good morning. I hope I see you, and I didn't even say good morning. I'm just like, nah, I'm good. Have a good day. And then I blocked his number. I blocked him on Facebook. I blocked him on everything because I felt like energetically, his soul didn't match mine. And I felt like I'm tired of distractions. Like, I'm not doing that. I feel like I deserve to be courted. You know, I deserve for somebody to want to take their time with me and to want to get to know me. And, you know, this man that I'm talking to now, bitch, this nigga asked me, like, how you get when you mad? Like, what stressed you out? What's your biggest insecurity? And I'm coming with the conversation like, hell yeah, King, ask me some more questions, Daddy. What's up? Like, what's up? What's up? What's up? Like, it was kind of just like the way he approached me, he like, I just admire your beauty. Like, bitch, like, I just had to take a chance. Like, I just wanted to say hello. Like, it would make my night, you know, if you reply. Like, period. And I'm just like, who is this corny ass nigga, y'all? Guess what time we was talking? 3 o'clock in the morning. He wrote me at fucking 3 o'clock in the morning. And I'm like, bitch, I'm up. Like, I'm never up. Like, I'm always up, but I'm never on my phone at 3 o'clock in the morning. Like, I'm always watching Grey's Anatomy or meditating or painting or smoking. So I'm like, bitch, what the fuck? Like, I just so happy to fucking see this message. And I got my phone on Do Not Disturb. just because like bill collectors be calling me and shit, and I really don't be having time to ignore messages. Like I just rather that shit just fucking I don't see that shit. So the fact that I had my phone in my hand and I saw his message at 3 o'clock, I'm like, God, stop playing with me. I'm like, all right, cool. Now, you know, the way we've been talking, it's just kind of like the first 2 days, he like, you know, I'm interested in, you know, really like possibly building something with you. Like, you're so intelligent. He was like, you one of those women who like command respect when you walking on because your energy is just powerful. And I'm like, I'm stuck because I'm like, bitch, this what the fuck, this what I've been needing. Like, nigga, talk to me right, talk to me nice. Like, baby, yes, like, come on with the heat, baby, come on. Now, this is what I came on here to tell y'all. Bitch. I don't even know. It's just like, you can tell when a nigga's energy is authentic, okay? Even if I don't talk to this nigga in 3 weeks or I don't talk to him in a month, that nigga is a divine. Like, this man, he is so beyond this earth. Like, he is so just manly. Like he's a gentleman. Like, he is such a fucking gentleman. Like, real shit, he is such a gentleman. And that's one of the things that I want to tell y'all. It's okay to like expect things from these niggas. Like, oh, I expect him to text me every day. I expect him to let me know why he not texting me. I expect him to be honest with me. I expect him to be upfront with me. I expect him to want to keep a conversation going. I expect him to want to actually be interested in what I have to say. Like, I expect him to be open-minded. Like, I expect him to support my business. I expect him to support me. You know, like, I have a lot of expectations and we only been talking for a while. But it's just kind of like, if I don't nip it in the bud right away, I feel like in the past 6 months, I found myself in situationships because I didn't want to tell somebody, or I was nervous to tell them that I was manifesting a husband. And I told him the first day, like because we were texting at like 3 o'clock in the morning, and then we just stopped talking. He told me he was going to sleep. And then the next day, what was I saying though? And then the next day. But where was I going with that though? And then the next day, what? Oh, and then the next day, girl, I told him that I was manifesting a husband. Like, I told him that those are my desires. Like, I really wanted to travel to Africa for my 25th birthday. And I asked him, like, what's his most obtainable goal? And, like, he told me what his goals was, and I told him what mine was, and I told him I manifested a best friend, my own best friend, a spiritual person who can teach me. I teach them. Like, that's my bitch. Like, everybody deserves one. I'm manifesting a family, a husband. Like, and I manifested, I told him I want to be able to pay all my rent, like, and all my bills with just my business. Like, just my business and YouTube. Or whatever. And he was just like, I'm on that shit too. Like, he's like, I always just wanted a family. Like, I always wanted to raise my kids better than, you know, what I was raised. Like, even though I might not, you know, have all my shit together, like, how I would be, like, wanting to, I still want those things in my life. Like, I still want to attract those things in my life. And I'm like, nigga, manifest that shit. Nigga, manifest me. Period. Period. But yeah, it's okay to make these niggas, like, it's okay to stand on these niggas' necks, pretty much. Like, it's gotten to the point where me and him, it's gonna be a while before we see each other. Like, because I made the mistake of, in damn near a week, finna allow somebody into my space. So I feel like with him, I'm really finna just take my time and get to know him. Like, and even if we don't go anywhere, you know, as far as a relationship, I feel like this man could definitely be a part of my soul mission, a part of my soul journey, and like a part of y'all's too, because I'm sharing this with y'all. Like, period. I feel like I said in the last video, we are all each other's teachers. So it's important that you understand and you allow yourself to let people in and get to know them, even if you know you're scared or fearful that it may not work out. I feel like you got to just release those fears to God and know that if God allowed this person in your space, in your energy field, at the healing process that you are at, you got to know that it's a reason for it, even if it's just a test. Because the last and that's one thing that we have to like get over as women, as human beings. If we want to ascend, we have to let go of shame. You know, like we have to let go of shame, because at first I was feeling bad, like damn, like I almost let this nigga like in my space. I almost did, but then God had double back. Like I heard the word like almost, and that shit like 33. Thank you, Ascended Masters. That shit God was telling me like, bitch, but you passed, like period. I felt so good. I felt so proud of myself. I didn't feel no shame. I didn't feel no guilt. It was just kind of like, bitch. Even when the fuck you think you finna slip up, it's kind of like God will remind you that like your intuition is right. You have to trust yourself. You have to love yourself enough to use the discernment that you have. And I'm telling you, when I saw that text message in the morning after I slept on it, my energy felt different. I felt like, nah, like I'm good. Even if it was within a split second, even if it took me a whole week to realize, I still realized like that's still something to be proud of myself for as a divine feminine, as you know, a person who is ascending, as a light worker, because now I feel like that was a portion of my testimony. That was a portion of, you know, how I manifested my twin flame. You know, so it's kind of like every lesson or every obstacle that God puts in front of you, I feel like you should be open to receive it, because you never know God's plan for that lesson. Like, I could marry this man. I feel like I'm gonna marry this man. And again, I love fearlessly. Like I love him. Like I don't love him like I'm in love with him, but like I love him as like a soul. Like I love all of y'all. I tell y'all every time y'all comment, like I love you so, family. I just saw my grandpa. 2204. Oh my God, 44. I just saw my grandpa. I am of such love and light, y'all. Like, I am of so much love and so much light. And people be thinking I'm a hoe. People think I'm a this and I'm a that. Because I tell people I love them and I give, like, with all of me. It's just because I'm a light worker. Like, real shit. And I know that, like, love is the highest frequency. And if I can give a piece of my love to somebody else, like, I'm going to get it back. Even if it's not from them, I'm going to get it back. Period. That's just how the law works. That's just how the shit works. Like, that's just how it works. So, yeah. I don't know. I feel like I'm really in a position of learning patience, because even in that instance of being ready to chill with him, I still knew that, like, I wanted to protect my energy. I wanted to protect my space, you know, and to learn patience is kind of like, I never thought that shit could happen in a week, but I real life feel like I learned a deep ass lessons about patience. Like, after that shit happened with him, I was just kind of like, the next nigga I meet, it was like another lesson that I was kind of like, don't let him in your space. That one lesson, that one thing just set me up for probably like my next situation, this situation, so I could be better for this situation, even if this was just meant to happen for that one tiny little lesson. Bitch, don't let nobody in your space. Because the past niggas I was at my old house, I had like 3 different niggas in that bitch. Like, I ain't even gonna lie to you. Like, never while my baby was there and shit. Like, but it was kind of like, man, mommy time is mommy time. But, you know, I'm realizing now that if I'm trying to attract different, I have to change myself. I can't expect people, you know, to change their behavior because of me. I just have to change how I fuck with them and how I allow people to fuck with me. You know, like, I'm not allowing anybody to have fuck with me anymore. Like, if you're not coming with it, if you're not stepping up. And he the one, like, look, I wasn't friend zoning him, but I was kind of like trying to get it out of him low key. I ain't even gonna lie. I feel like I'm oily. But I kept texting him like, yeah, me too. I think this friendship could go really far. Like, you know, I would like to see where it goes. Like, you know, I like your energy. You know, I like how you speak to me. I like how you address me. I like how you compliment me. All that good shit, you know. you know. And like every time I said something about a friendship, he made it so like, yeah, and I'm gonna be there every step of the way, like, and I'm gonna be there with you. Like he low key manifested me, and he don't even know it. Like we going to Africa together for my 25th birthday. Like we already said it. Period. Period. And y'all think I'm crazy, but like, what if we can just like date for like months? And he ain't even gotta be my nigga. But like we just go to trips with each other and like kick it in real life, get to know each other, like outside of just motherfuckers kicking it, like going to the movies and shit. Like I don't even like going to the movies, bitch. Like I just want to be courted in a way that's different, like on some real black excellence, black love, like black entrepreneurs, black money makers, like on some real shit. Like he could come with me while I'm touring, motherfucking doing readings and shit places. Like you never know. Like I don't know where I will be in the next month, bitch. I'm already famous. Like I'm famous, bitch. I'm famous. I'm famous, and that's period. 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 75 battery percent. Y'all know that equals 3. Stop playing with me. I'm famous. Famous. I'm famous, but I don't know how I got on I'm famous, but I know I'm famous, so like I'm famous here. Oh yeah, so he can come with me, like period, or maybe I can go with him. I don't know what he gonna be doing in the fucking month either. Like that's a king, that's a god. Like he can do whatever the fuck he wanna do. But yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed this video. I am taking personal readings. You can cash at me at Caprice Cooks. You can also email me or Apple Pay me at capricecooks@icloud.com. Alright, y'all. I'm out of here.